What's going on, everybody? It's your boy BOJ in the house. Today we are talking about MoveQuest as we always do. And I want to start talking about this a lot more, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many amazing things going on right now in MoveQuest, and I just got to get on here and talk about it. So, of course, today is November the 25th, 2025. I hope everyone is having a great day, a great month, a great year. Just what an exciting time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. Just talking about crypto in general, the technology that is available to us as consumers is pretty amazing. All over the world, we have the ability to purchase and mine and deal with all these different digital currencies and tokens, and they enable us some very unique opportunities, right? Everyone already understands the story of Bitcoin and all that stuff and how it's done its thing. And while we've seen it grow and go up and go down, it still has a store of value because of how it was developed. And I'm not going to spend all this time talking about the development of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies like that, but I just had to reflect on that for a second because right now we are in a time in 2025 in this amazing opportunity called MoveQuest, where they are doing some groundbreaking things. Now, they have already done some groundbreaking things in the development of this application, of this project in the cryptocurrency world, giving us the opportunity to mine a valuable token with our own physical abilities and our own physical movement, and getting steps in, and the distance we get, and the calories we burn, even the sleep we get. It's pretty amazing to me, all right? And I think that it's, once it gets adopted by the masses, and it will, because what an opportunity to not only mine a token and start to learn about cryptocurrency. Like, you have to be able to transact cryptocurrency to be a part of this project. And those that see this as an amazing idea, right? A move to earn platform project in the crypto space. You mean to tell me I can earn crypto with my own physical movement, the stuff that I'm doing every day anyway? I can earn a cryptocurrency that has value. I think that's so amazing, right? So when you have a concept like this that is not only allowing people to earn something that's valuable, but it's changing people's lives physically, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think you understand the power of just being active for just 90 days, getting 10,000 steps for 90 days, just doing a little bit of walking, or just getting your body just a little bit more intentionally active. It's such an amazing thing. And when you couple these together, it's just an amazing opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. So, with that being said, I want to talk about a few of the things that are going on right now in MoveQuest. And I want to go into my back office and show you guys some different things, but I want to start this off by saying, you do not want to miss this call tonight, Tuesday. Now, there will be a replay, there will be a recording that comes out, and I'm try to be pretty good at putting the recordings in my Telegram group, which will be in the link below the video. My dog is barking right now, so I don't know what's going on, but I'll figure that out in a second. But anyway, guys, it's just an amazing thing. You don't want to miss this call tonight. The founder, Lynette, is going to be on the call, and she's going to lay out the roadmap 2.0, which includes MoveQuest having its own blockchain. And I figured this was, I just had a feeling as the community grew that this would make sense, but I did not know that there was technology out there. I wasn't very privy. I was ignorant to it. That allows a platform project like this to establish its own blockchain. And it makes so much sense because we already have a community of thousands, which we know is going to grow to the tens of thousands and the hundreds of thousands. And I'm going to tell a quick story after I tell you this, just to paint a perspective. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. I am just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I am cranking out that crypto with my everyday movement. Nothing more, nothing less than that, y'all. And if you like this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ. Make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And please, sir, please, ma'am, don't get scammed by anybody out there in the space, all right? Let's stay diligent. Don't click on phishing links. Don't give people your key phrases of your wallets or anything like that. Keep them secure, all right? Stay diligent and stay vigilant in this space, all right? We have real assets in our possessions, all right? Whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's MQT, all right? Whether it's Avalanche, any of these tokens or coins, you want to make sure that you're staying secure. All right, so I have a quick story, really quick story. I was just in Oklahoma visiting some family, doing some awesome things on the University of Oklahoma. Go Sooners, Boomer Sooner, all that great stuff. I was involved. I was affiliated. I don't know if y'all can kind of see that. I was affiliated this weekend, right? But as I was in this sold out stadium for the football game, and I'm looking around and there's 80,000 humans jumping up and screaming and walking around, and you know, I counted my steps that day just during the game in the 4 or 5 hour period that I was in the stadium. I got like 8,000 steps. And I didn't really do a whole lot. I was jumping up, moving around, and it didn't feel like a whole lot because the adrenaline of the game was keeping me alive, and not keeping me alive, but y'all know what I mean, keeping me, it felt lit. I was feeling alive, if you understand what I'm saying. And I'm a football fan, right? So I easily can be in that. But I'm saying that to say there was 80,000 people plus, more like 85, in one place. And that was just inside the stadium. Then you probably had a few hundred, maybe 1,000. I don't know how many were tailgating outside of the game, but there was people outside the game too. And they're walking around, they're congregating with their fellow fans or some of the rival. They were playing Mizzou, so there were some Mizzou fans in the house that day. Could you imagine all of those people knowing about MoveQuest and mining their physical and submitting their proof of physical activity? And that's just in one place, in one city, just Norman, Oklahoma. When I thought about that, I thought about how ground floor MoveQuest is, because we literally are having 2,000 to 3,000 people submitting their proof of activity every day, consistently, 2,000 to 3,000. And there was 85,000 people in that place, all walking around, enjoying themselves, doing their thing. That's not even counting the football players out there on the field, getting their thing in. Probably 100 football players on the field. Some not on the field per se, but you understand what I'm saying. They both got benches and all that different stuff, staff and all of that different stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, that just makes me think about and this goes on in cities all over the United States. There are games being played. We already see college football, and then there's pro football. People showed the pro football game. 2,000 to 3,000 people is really ground floor. And then when you think about what the price of this token is with the current community, right? I'm gonna just pull that up because I think it's it could paint a very amazing picture for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, what this platform can do, what the price of this token, now going to be a coin on its own blockchain, can do with a community involvement like what's going on here at MoveQuest, ladies and gentlemen, is quite amazing to me. And I might just be a little biased because I'm a part of MoveQuest and I'm enjoying the ride. But ladies and gentlemen, it is not without a year's plus worth of watching this thing and just being excited the whole way through. Now I'm gonna try to find this as quickly as I can here. I'm going to CoinMarketCap. I usually have this up, but I have it bookmarked, so it shouldn't take me too long to get there. So let's go ahead and jump into the price of this token, you guys. Let's look at this. All right, we're looking at it at $9, just south of $10. A token that launched at $1 little over a year ago on the Avalanche blockchain. And for those of you that have been paying attention, for those of you that got on or listened to the replay of the call that was done on Saturday, we are about to be on a bunch of different blockchains, a bunch of different like Base and Polygon and Arbitrum and all these other blockchains. We're going to have a wrapped MQT that can interact with all the different blockchains, and it's going to be on its own blockchain. And we're going to get more details about that tonight All right, so you want to make sure you're on that call. I'm going to say that a couple times in this video, so don't get tired of me, all right? But you want to be on this call tonight at 9 o'clock to get this information, you guys, all right? What we have here in our hands is an amazing project. And it is not only an amazing project fiscally, but it is changing the lives of people physically. Like myself, I have been able to not only lose 50 pounds, but keep it off. I've been able to keep it off because I'm just more incentivized to move. And I believe in the move because I mean, I gotta stay active. You know what I'm saying? What good is the wealth if I'm not able to actively use it? I want to go on trips. I want to do things for my family. I want to experience different things like football games. I'd love to go to a football game like every weekend, right? Go get my steps in somewhere fun. Going to play golf. I tell the story all the time. I'm mining MQT while I'm out there playing golf. I'm mining this valuable almost $10 token, right? And there's different levels to get into. So we're not going to act like you can just jump in and there isn't a level of how we mine. And because there is. If you think about miners, like I just watched this video where I think it's Trump's son was out at this facility in Texas that they had just made, where it's got like 36, I don't remember that. I think it's like 3,600 big old miners, right? These big Bitcoin miners that are run and liquid cooled and all that stuff. And it's accounting for 2% of the whole mining of all the Bitcoin in the ecosystem. That one facility in Texas. All right. So we know that mining is something that's real. And if you don't know that it's real, then you got to go and check that out. But this technology allows us to use the same type of concept of mining cryptocurrency, but only using our physical bodies. We don't have to go and necessarily buy these big machines. We are the machine. Now, here's the thing. These miners here have a cost. They have a value that's associated to them. And as the ecosystem grows, who knows? These might cost a lot more. So I stock up on them right now. We've seen other crypto projects in the space where, you know, some of these miners that are mining the token start at a price. And as the token continues to build in its value and its price, the cost of these miners improve. Well, I don't say improve, but they go up. So you want to get as many of them as you can. Some of them are no longer, like I have some that are, because these are NFTs that I own forever, I have some from early years in MoveQuest. There is no such thing as the Navigator anymore. It is just, or the Explorer. It is just the Trailblazer, the Vanguard, and the Titan. All right? And I was talking through this with someone yesterday that was getting started. When you first get started, right, you go through this process, say you use my link or use somebody else's link. You want to make sure that you either have their username or their wallet address. That is usually their activation code. You should get that from them, okay? If you're under me, I'm not hard to find. Reach out to me if you need the activation code. But if you click the link, it should take you right there, right? So that's how easy that should be. When you're getting started, you want to just make sure that you have some Avalanche in your MetaMask wallet, okay? You can purchase Avalanche on any of the exchanges, major exchanges, Kraken, Coinbase, Crypto.com, any of those places that you can purchase crypto, you can purchase Avalanche. You want to get MetaMask on your phone and on your desktop. That's what I suggest. Okay, that's just what I suggest. It'll make the process a little bit easier for you. And if you have them both tied together, like, you know, that's how I prefer to do things. And MetaMask lets you have multiple wallets. And that'll come into play as you kind of get to understand crypto more and how this platform, this decentralized project, interacts with your wallet. It's an amazing thing. All right. You want to make sure your wallet's connected in the top right. I'm on Google Chrome, so I want to be clear and transparent about what I'm using. And I have a MetaMask extension, okay? You can get this extension by going to extensions and going to the website of MetaMask, all right? So it's not that hard to find. There are YouTube videos about that, so I won't insult you guys' intelligence. There are many different resources that you have, and there will also be very clear resources right here. There already are a bunch. So if we go to the Help Center, if we go to videos, there are already a bunch of videos on how to get started. Okay, so we have plenty of resources, but there are going to be more specific, more clear resources in the very, very, very near future, all right? So be on the lookout for that, all right? But as we were saying, when you're getting started, You also want to go ahead and get the mobile app. All right. MoveQuest has an app in both the App Store and the Google Play Store. So you want to get them on their corresponding devices. I have a Apple iPhone. So I went to the App Store to get the app. MoveQuest, like this neon green, kind of like this color here with the finished setup. And a little MoveQuest logo like this, only it's black in the middle so that you're looking at the right thing. When you're finished, you have the option to buy it right here on SushiSwap, which can connect to your MetaMask wallet. That's the beauty of these dApps, ladies and gentlemen. They can connect to your wallet. You want to make sure that you're clicking on the links that are trusted links, but SushiSwap is here. Sushi.com is the link. And I have the ability to take some of this avalanche and purchase MQT right now if I wanted to. But how we want to be involved is make sure that we get our miners. And for those of us that can't afford to just go ahead and purchase the miners right up, this is what this Trailblazer Phantom miners are for. They give you 90 days to test these virtual Trailblazers, which all mine at 100% mining power. So I think that's great. As you're introducing this to people that maybe don't have the funds, they may just be able to get a couple dollars of avalanche or something like that. But if you're a leader out there, if you're a person that believes in this idea, you want to definitely get your resources together to decide if you want to purchase these miners. This is the access to the utility. This is how we mine the token. We have to purchase a miner. We can upgrade these miners. It says evolve your miners. I was walking through this with someone yesterday. If I wanted Vanguards, right, and I've got a Trailblazer to a Vanguard evolving is just $80 worth of NQT. To get to that Titan level, from a Trailblazer to a Titan, you have to have 2 Vanguards. First of all, for those that did not know, the only way to get to a Titan is to have 2 Vanguards merged together. So I have a couple Vanguards here. To do that, it's $450 worth of NQT. You can purchase MQT right there with several different coins from SushiSwap that you can use. I think they even have USDT. So there are many ways to evolve your miners and get more powerful miners. I am able to mine right now because I have all Titans in my docking slots at 7,200%. So I know for some new people that may not be, that may be too much information. That may be like information overload for some of you guys. But if you just stick around and start paying attention, just get into the ecosystem and start paying attention. You're going to have to know how to transact crypto. Take the time to learn how to buy Avalanche, learn how to send it to your MetaMask wallet, learn how to set up your MetaMask wallet. And trust me, guys, there are going to be resources that make it very easy right here from where MoveQuest is, okay? So I just want to make sure that's clear. And there's also, I can't say this enough, MoveQuest customer support. If you have any questions, they have hours. All you got to do is click this link and jump into a Zoom. You can set up an appointment as well. So I think that's very, very important to mention. While I'm here, if you go to your settings, you can do a couple things that I have not talked about, right? Actually, I've talked about the username part. So you can actually set up your username. So that way, if you're an influencer or something like that, and you have something that people know you by, like say, you know, Will Smith wants to be in MoveQuest, right? He can set up his name to be the Fresh Prince as his username, right? And then people can type in the Fresh Prince as when they're getting signed up as the activation code, and it'll tie to him. The link will do that too. Usually when you have a link that has your tag associated to it, it'll take it right there so someone can sign up easy. But here's another thing that I want to mention. We've had a lot of different scenarios where those that aren't that used to transacting crypto or securing crypto, they're making some mistakes and clicking on phishing links and not paying attention to certain things that are sent to them. You know, this is a decentralized project, so it never asked for our email or anything like that. So if you're getting emails from MoveQuest, you should not click any link that's involved with it. There has not been a time that MoveQuest has asked us for any information, okay? MoveQuest is decentralized, so all it needs is a wallet address. That's the beauty of what decentralization is, the autonomy of it. So we shouldn't be clicking on links that we get in emails about MoveQuest, all right? Shouldn't do that. MetaMask may send you some emails because you sign up for their email, you know, different things like that. MetaMask is a trusted wallet. So that's a different scenario. Not saying MoveQuest isn't trusted at all. What I'm saying is they are decentralized. But here's what I'm getting to. The wallet lock. You have the ability right here in your settings to lock your nest, your incubator, and your golden hatcheries so that if your wallet is ever compromised in MetaMask, they cannot get to your nest, your incubator, or your golden hatchery without your approval, all right? So all you'd have to do is say lock all if you wanted to do that. It would pull up a MetaMask confirmation. You hit confirm, and it'll lock them, right? I'll wait for it to finish the process. All hatcheries successfully locked, right? So it has the locked icon. So if I go to the hatcheries, and of course I have some that are getting ready to end pretty soon. I got some in 2 days. Let's just say my wallet was compromised. Somebody jumped in here and tried to claim them and cut them off. They wouldn't be able to do it, right? If I go to, I don't have anything in the nest right now, but my golden hatchery. And when it loads, you'll see that I have some here where it's saying, you know, renew, claim, cancel. If I hit cancel, are you sure you want to cancel? If you cancel before the timer is complete, you will receive the MQT you deposited and MQT rewards will be canceled. Do you want to proceed? Of course, no, I don't want to get to that point. But if they were to say yes, right, it would block it from happening. Now, I'm not going to test that per se right now because I don't want to take the chance of canceling any one of my hatcheries because I want them to keep on going. I'm excited about what it's doing, and I've got quite a few in here, and I love how they have the quantification up here at the top. I have a total deposit in my hatchery, in my golden hatchery, of 340 MQT. Value at deposit is just north of $3,800. Average MQT price at the deposit was $11 at the time. The current reward that I have accumulated over the submission time that I've been doing, because you only get these rewards if you're submitting on a day-to-day basis, is 16 MQT right now, for a current reward value of $150. Now, I know the value of this token is going to go up. I just have that hunch because I just believe in what it's doing in the ecosystem and what idea this is. I always think about those college stadiums full of kids that are interested in cryptocurrency, and they're out there doing the things that they love already, but they're mining this valuable token. And for me, with the most powerful miners, right? The most powerful miners, all my docking slots, it's costing me $7.43 a day to submit my proof of activity. I think that's, I mean, a cup of coffee. A cup of coffee is probably more than that for me to have the most powerful miners. Now, of course, I had to upgrade my Vanguards and do all that stuff. That costs, it costs MQT. You can mine that. You can start at any level and start mining the MQT. And of course, the price of that is the value of, you know, $450 worth of MQT. So say you're getting started at the Phantom level, you're just getting started, but the community is growing. People, it's driving the price up. And next thing you know, the price of MQT is $450. And that little bit of MQT that you've been mining is now worth enough to go and get your first big miner. All you were doing was submitting, and at that level, I think it's 10 cents per miner with the Phantom, so like less than $1 a day at that point. Some of that may be over your head, but I'm just a person that's been a part of this ecosystem for quite some time. So I know what this can do. I know what, when a large community gets behind something, what it can do. And I just believe in what this can do in people's lives. So I'm standing on it. MoveQuest is one of the most amazing things that we have going right now in the crypto space. It is one of the most life-changing projects that you can have. Aside from what you eat and put inside your body, your physical activity is so important. It even is fueling and making sure that your brain is getting the adequate oxygen and blood flow that it needs to function properly. So we got to stay moving. I love what they've added with these boosts. And for those of you that are not familiar, I'm just going to read the right side So you have the visuals of the boost to kind of look at, and you can go in your back office and see this for yourself. The boosts are temporary power-ups that you can purchase in your in-app currency, and when used, they apply to a specific day and remain active across all mining pools. Each boost is consumed automatically after that day. The first boost is called the performance boost, or the first boost that they talk about, the one right in the middle. It increases all your activity results by a set percentage, helping you earn more for the same effort. So i.e. they have a 10%, 20%, and 30%. That's going to pretty much essentially add 30% more steps, or 10% more calories burned, or 20% more sleep achieved. Then you have limit boosts. They raise your daily activity cap, allowing you to go beyond the standard limit and keep earning. Example of that, I get 10,000 steps that day. If I get the limit boost, it moves the needle up a certain percentage, right? So I think 10,000 was a bad example. We want to actually use the example of the overachiever. Right now, the cap is 12,000 steps max without a boost. Say you're a person that's out there and you're getting 15,000, 20,000 steps a day. Maybe you're a trainer. Maybe you're a fitness influencer. Maybe you're a runner, a marathon runner, something like that, right? Distance walker, cross-country athlete. You have the opportunity to boost the limit and earn more because you now have 100% or 75% or 50%. If the boost was, the cap was 12,000 and you get 100% on it, now your cap is now 24,000. So I hope that makes sense. And then the rest boost, which is one of the ones I use more frequently, right? Designed for recovery days, usable once every 3 days. It generates reward shares based on your best performance from the last 3 active days. So I'll just give you an example of me. When I gig on the weekends and I do these weddings or corporate events or the parties or the gigs, and I'm singing and running and jumping around and different stuff like that, Saturday and Sunday, sometimes Friday, from that whole weekend, right? That's 3 days of intense movement. That Monday, I might want to chill out. I might not get even 10,000 steps that day. I might just get 5 because I've been chilling out. I can use this rest boost to take the best performance that I had over the last 3 days that I was gigging, and I can use that as what gets submitted as proof of physical activity on the day that I didn't do as much. And I think that that is one of the most engaging things to this platform that they have added. That's another thing that keeps people going. Even on the rest day, it keeps people going because they stay engaged in the ecosystem. And when I tell you that all of these boosts are so affordable, we're talking about 70 cents to get a rest boost. To get a 100% limit boost is 75 cents, ladies and gentlemen. Paid in MQT. You pay it with MQT. All right, so I just want to, put all this stuff out there. I also want to show you the global stats. Listen, right now, for the last, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For the last 7 days, not counting these last 2 days, right? Because they're still submitting and they're still getting the generations of folks that are submitting their proof of activity. We've had less than 2,500 people submit their proof of physical activity. And while some may see that as a bad thing, or however you see it, I don't see it as bad at all. That continues to show me what the potential of this is. It continues to show me what, like, I do the comparison of that stadium that I was just in. All those people, a lot of them, because I people watch, had Apple Watches and wearables and different stuff like that. And they're talking about how many steps. People are talking about how many steps they've got. It's trendy now to talk about how many steps you've gotten. And if it isn't where you are, it's about to be. And MoveQuest might be the reason. It might be a part of the reason of the continuation of the trend. Ladies and gentlemen, I could very easily see stadiums full of people celebrating MoveQuest. events going on, rooms full of people that are excited about what they've done, marathons out there, people that are in MoveQuest has sponsored something for a community or these the sky's the limit with a project like this because of the utility that it has and the good that it's doing. And then the opportunity that it gives us to have a real live token that is valuable and continues to get more valuable as the community grows. That's the beautiful thing about crypto. Crypto is about its community. The reason why Bitcoin is the way it is right now is because the community stayed strong enough, long enough for institutions to get involved, start seeing it as an option and a store of value for people. We're not going to act like Bitcoin just was here, it just got here a couple years ago. It's been here almost 20 years. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the opportunity that we have in crypto. And I tell the people that will listen, if we don't start learning about crypto at the very minimal level, then we might get left behind. This is a great opportunity to learn cryptocurrency at maybe a minimal level, but with an amazing project that can not only start to change your physical life, but as you learn more about crypto, I mean, you can sell MQT. Say you got this big bag of MQT and you want to sell it because you want to be involved in the crypto world. Maybe you want some XRP. Maybe you want to go get some Avalanche. Maybe you want some Polygon or some Solana or some Bitcoin. You can sell this token. It's not some pie in the sky token. It's a coin. It's about to be a coin. It has its own blockchain. Ladies and gentlemen, there's so much value here. All right. So I don't want it to be because, I know it's a long video, but it ain't going to be because I didn't tell y'all. Anybody that will listen, y'all hearing me say it. I'm saying it right here. It's November 25th. It's about to be Christmas season in 2025. And I'm more excited about the future than I've ever been because of projects like this. And we all know if it makes sense, it can make dollars. So it just needs a community to be involved and start to learn the ecosystem. This is not a hard thing to do. It's not a hard thing to be involved in. But what is hard is the decision to stay consistent and stay committed to your goals. MoveQuest is going to be here. That's what I believe. This is not one of those things that we used to be a part of. So anyway, I tend to ramble. But ladies and gentlemen, this is MoveQuest. I need y'all to get on this call tonight so I can hear about what's going on. There's a buzz in the air, ladies and gentlemen. There's some beautiful things about to happen. And for those of us that have taken the time to hold on to our MoveQuest token, I've sold some too. Don't get me wrong now. I've invested quite a bit in MoveQuest over the year. Plus, I can almost say years, but I like to say years at 2, With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there's a unique opportunity here. So here's what I want to do. I want to pull up my Telegram really quickly. If I can pull it up quickly. And I want to share with you guys what I post in my Telegram, okay? So that you kind of got a chance to see and know what's going on. I am the only one, just to give you a little bit of, story about my Telegram, because I know a lot of people worry about scams on Telegram, and trust me, I do too. And I want to make sure that people are locked in, right? Understand. But I am the only person that can talk in my Telegram group. So I make sure that it's secure in that way. It's never going to be, another admin or anything like that. It's always going to be me talking. All right. Make sure I'm linking this here. One second, y'all. Trying to tell me I have an invalid. Why is it saying invalid? Let me see if I can find another way. Y'all bear with me. I know this has been a long enough video, but I do want to share with you guys what I do in my Telegram group, y'all. All right. I've got it open, so let's go ahead and jump in here, okay? So I like to keep people posted on what's going on in MoveQuest, right? So I'm also going to start doing like some of the short form videos that I post to TikTok. You find me at The Bank of Gerald on TikTok. But what we've got coming, ladies and gentlemen, QuestNet, MoveQuest Blockchain Testnet, a high-performance EVM-compatible blockchain designed for the MoveQuest Move to Earn ecosystem. And here's what I wrote under there, all right? And this is what we've gotten from our leadership. Tonight's MoveQuest Zoom, which you don't want to miss, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. They're unveiling something huge. QuestNet, the MoveQuest blockchain, all right, which is a test net right now. Our own high-performance EVM-compatible blockchain built specifically for MoveQuest and the entire Move to Earn ecosystem. This is what this means. Faster transactions, ultra-low fees, true decentralization, unlimited expansion for proof of physical activity mining and partner projects, which is going to be huge for the value of MoveQuest. QuestNet gives us full control of our future. No limits, no permissions, no reliance on outside chains. Join us tonight as we walk through what QuestNet is, why it matters, and how it transforms everything we're building together. QuestNet started as an idea, then it became, MoveQuest started as an idea, then it became a system, then it became a community, then it became a movement. Now it becomes a blockchain. MoveQuest is no longer just an app, ladies and gentlemen. It is now a blockchain. So I want to mention that, of course, the information for tonight's call, it is MoveQuest.live, all right? And I'll make sure that I put that in the chat here in the next few minutes. Okay, MoveQuest.live, all right? I have the replay from the Super Saturday Roadmap 2.0 release. You definitely want to watch that so it starts to correspond and correlate with what you're going to hear tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be so important, all right? We've got some big stuff coming around, all right? Here's another thing. One thing that was mentioned that I didn't exactly talk about, for those of you that are still listening, a sliding scale proof of physical activity submission fee feature is ready to be activated, all right? Now, we're going to see how that correlates with the news that we have tonight. But some statistics that I want to just share with the community. 60% of existing MoveQuest wallet holders engaged and submitting by December 1st was the goal, or is the goal. Could still be the goal. 6,000 of the existing 10,000 MoveQuest wallet holders, right? So we have almost 10,000, if not 10,000 plus wallet holders of MoveQuest right now. And the mining of proof of physical activity will create the conditions that can cause submission fees to be lowered by 50%. So 50% for me, that's $7.47 would be around that $3 and something, right? Reach out to everyone who you know who owns MoveQuest mining NFTs of any level and encourage them to re-engage. Together, the existing MoveQuest community can take action right now that can positively impact the speed of MoveQuest collective success. And I think all of this in correlation with what we got going on right now is going to be an amazing thing. And of course, there's some things that I share in here, just my heart to the team. You know, as folks that are out there that are leaders and influencers, and you want some more information about what's going on, please reach out to me. All right. I was on the Zoom call with someone till like 1:30 last night. Not saying that I want to do that all the time, but a person that is engaged and wants to know about this and has a community. I want to talk to you about this and what this is. And if you don't get the gist of the energy that I'm trying to give off right now, all I can do is tell you what it's done for me. And hopefully more of the community is out there that will start to speak up about their experiences about MoveQuest. A lot of you could be MoveQuest influencers right now. All you got to do is get on YouTube and start talking about your experience. Get on your social media platform. Start talking about MoveQuest. That is how I got my start on YouTube. I started talking about something I really believed in. And I really believe in MoveQuest. So even if this is ground zero for me, and there are only, 10,000 active people right now, I've got 20,000 subscribers that could tap in at any time. I didn't pay for those. Those are folks that just saw me over the last 5 years and decided to click the subscribe button. So if that's you today, go ahead and click it if you haven't. If you want to be notified about everything going on here at BOJ, hit the notification bell as well. I'm so happy about what MoveQuest is doing. I hope y'all can tell, because this keeps me moving and active and grooving, and I've never felt better. And then when we start to see the price of this token continue to rise and do what it's doing, we're going to have a community full of people that their lives are changed. And then we're going to continue to change people's lives through our physical activity. It's just an amazing thing. We have an amazing community. We have amazing leaders. Get on the call tonight, all right? 9:00 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. You want to be a part of what is going on, all right? I will see y'all on the call tonight. I'll see y'all on the next one. This is your boy BOJ. This is MoveQuest. Peace out.